Apart from endowments in solid minerals, agricultural products, and tourism, Osun State is blessed with illustrious sons and daughters who have distinguished themselves in Nigeria and the global stage. Understanding the need to provide a rallying point and platform for articulating ideas, networking, and supporting government efforts to advance the cause of the state of the living spring, the Osun Development Association, established in 1995, has evolved from a membership of less than 10 to currently 114. This led to the recent special and exclusive event hosted in Lagos by the Osun Development Association to formally recognize three indigenes who have distinguished themselves in their careers and were recently appointed into key positions in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. Gboyega Oyetola, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, Chief of Army Staff, and Mr. Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, Comptroller General of Customs, were the honorees. In his opening remarks, Dr. Segun Aina, the chairman of the Osun Development Association, shared the journey of the non-political organization and the drive to support the transformation of the state.
This gathering not only provides us with an opportunity to network, socialize, and exchange deep thoughts on issues of state and nation, but it's also an avenue to recognize, celebrate, and identify with three indigenes of our beloved state who have distinguished themselves in their career path, evidenced by their recent call to higher national service with their appointment into strategic roles in the federal government of Nigeria by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We hope to seize this occasion to exchange useful ideas and thoughts with them and provide our support to enhance excellent performance during their tenure. ODA is always very close to any government because we don't support governors, we support the government, we support the people. That is our goal. We are not politicians. In fact, the guideline of ODA says if you and we encourage our members to go into politics. But once you go into politics, you suspend your membership of ODA. And when you are done with politics, then you can come back as a member. That's what we've been observing. We are made up of eminent and distinguished personalities of Osun State origin. People who are not looking for any contract or any job from government, but just people who want to serve, people who are made and want to contribute to the development of the state.
In her keynote address, Mrs. Lola Awuranti Ekugo emphasized the need to prioritize technology as one of the sectors to unlock economic opportunities in the state.
Initially in the past, they would say that the most important asset for Nigeria was oil. But today is no longer oil. It's actually the people, the youths that we have. Africa is one of the most populous countries with the young people. Over 70% of the population are actually under 30. In Nigeria, the same. Over 50% are under 30. So we can clearly see that there's opportunity here. Now, when you look at the statistics as well, you would see that over 100 million of the youth do not have digital skills. So we ask ourselves, how are we going to be competitive as a nation if our youths are not empowered? And that is part of the key roles that we're playing at the ODA Innovation and Tech Thematic Group, led by, of course, Mr. Patrick. Some of the three things that we set out to do when we started was, one, we wanted to empower. So we have three key pillars. One is to empower. And we asked ourselves, how do we empower young people with digital skills that will potentially change their lives and put them on the map and be globally recognized around the world? Two is entrepreneurship. How do we ensure that our youth have the right entrepreneurship skills, have the innovation mindset to be able to solve important problems for the world? And three, the third pillar is around enablement. How do we ensure that we have the right policies, we're engaging the right stakeholders to be able to make the right policies, to be able to support the digital and innovation economy for the world? And those are the key things that we set out to do. I'm proud to say that we're able to launch an initiative called the Scribe Initiative, which we launched in June this year. For those on the platform, you would have seen it. We set out to empower 50,000 youths, Osun State youths, with digital skills over the next 7 years. Thank you. Thank you. We were able to launch that initiative in June, with the support of Opolo Global Innovation Hub. And we started with a small pilot. We didn't, of course, little marketing. We were able to get over 100 applicants. We were only able to take about 20 at the beginning of this initiative. And we're able to empower them over 3 months with digital skills. I'm pleased to say that at least 5 of those youths have gotten internships with startups that are abroad in the US. We've been able to change lives and make an impact. Just this last month, November, we were able to launch the second cohort, of course, with little funding. But of course, I believe that it's really about impact. And if you are even able to change the life of one, you don't really know where that one person can actually go.
Elder statesmen and distinguished Osun State personalities also gave their goodwill messages at the event. Highlight of the event was the presentation of the awards to the honorees and induction of the 14 new members. Mr. Bashir Adeniyi, Comptroller General of Customs in Nigeria, one of the honorees, and Mr. Akin Morakinyo, CEO and Registrar of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, one of the inductees, speak on the value of being identified with the Osun Development Association.
I feel highly elated being part of this development organization. It provides a platform to give back to the society and contribute meaningfully to development, especially when you talk of the youths, which segment which I belong to. It's an opportunity to encourage them, motivate them, and groom the leaders of tomorrow with a view to developing and building a better and bigger society in Nigeria that we all look forward to.
Naturally, one should expect that when you have your own people, honoring you, with this kind of turnout and the outpour of emotion, one must really, really feel very proud of himself. But beyond that, we know about the very heavy responsibility, the great expectations, the burden of leadership. Practically, we carry the aspiration and the hopes of Nigerian economy on our shoulders. Of course, you could also add security because we have the chief of staff also being honored. So it's a very, very big responsibility. And we hope that God being with us, will be able to discharge these responsibilities.
For the chairman of the ODA, Dr. Segun Aino, and the keynote speaker, Mrs. Lola Awuranti Ekugo, Osun State can become a strategic economic zone through partnerships with the government and other key stakeholders.
I think that technology is going to be key to unlocking the potential of the state. We all now know that oil is no longer the greatest thing to come out of Nigeria, but actually it's talent. So we believe that by upskilling our youths with necessary digital skills and the innovation mindset, we believe that we can put them not just on the map of Nigeria, but on a global scale and to be able to make global impact. ODA will play a key role in this through our role with the Innovation and Tech Committee. One of the things we've launched recently is the Scribe Initiative, where we're looking to empower 50,000 Osun State indigenes over the next 7 years with digital skills to be able to make impact across the world.
Well, the spirit of ODA, the developmental spirit, has been instrumental to reaching where we are in terms of the transition from just a small group of people of less than 10, 28 years ago, now to a large group of about 115 distinguished and eminent ladies and gentlemen across generations, all working together, putting their resources towards providing private sector led and influenced development initiatives for Osun State. As somebody said, governments cannot do it alone, both in terms of funding and in terms of idea. We cannot all be in government, but we can support government by giving them ideas and creating opportunities for them to be able to do good for the people. And that is what this association has been pursuing in the last 28 years. Albert, we are now expanding the scope and doing a lot of things that would directly impact the communities, particularly on areas of capacity building for our young people, a lot of whom are now being, have been disorientated because of the challenges in the society. How can we provide them with the necessary skills and capacity that will make them financially independent and also do good things rather than pursuing things that's detrimental to the society. We are also putting things in place that will ensure that there is support for people that want to run their businesses. We are putting things in place to ensure peace and conflict solution, just as Shodi has done over the years. So for me, it's been a wonderful experience being a member of this organization, and also now had the opportunity since 2017 to be the chairman. And we have seen the relevance, the impact over the years. We work with all governments in the Osun State, every government that comes in, because there's no way you have people with this kind of capabilities in every aspect of life that you will not need them, to support you. So we are quite happy with the accomplishments of ODA and the potential that lie ahead for the growth of Osun State, given the caliber of people that Osun State has and the kind of turnaround that we can have in Osun. That was positioning it as one of the leading, if not the number one state in terms of economic development in Nigeria.
The Osun Development Association, with over 100 indigenes who have distinguished themselves in their careers as members, has set the example for how subnationals in Nigeria can partner with the private sector to achieve inclusive economic development and shared prosperity.